What's up guys, welcome to J-Pate Auto. This is Jonathan again. So with this video, I'm just gonna go over the bike that I have that I was talking about in the first introductory video. It's just a 212 mini bike that should be pretty fun to work on. And I'm just gonna go over what it looks like, what we're trying to do with it, and we're gonna do a top speed run, so stay tuned for that. All right, so here's the bike. Hopefully the audio is working out pretty well out here, but yeah, it's pretty simple, just a 212. It's not a Predator 212, it's just kind of a generic, based on my knowledge, it just looks like one of those old Central Machinery engines. So I guess technically Harbor Freight or so, but just not one of the Predator line engines. But it's pretty cool. Obviously has the same kind of carburetor setup with the governor and everything as the Predator engines, so nothing too crazy there. But yeah, I got this thing for like 200 bucks. Somebody had gummed up the carburetor and the gas tank, so I got a new one of those, fixed up the carburetor, all that, and it works pretty much just good as new. But obviously the paint and everything is perfect pretty much. So it's not one of those old models from the 60s, obviously. It's just one of the newer Doodlebug, probably from 2011 or so, something like that. But yeah, so it should be pretty fun to work on. As you can see right there, it's kind of grassy and got stuff stuck all in it, but I did try to attempt and make this wheel, it has a little bit of leak in the bead, so I'm gonna have to work on that. I'll probably make a video on that as well. But that's pretty much it as far as the bike goes. You'll see some more shots throughout the time that I've recorded for it. But that's kind of the simple part about it. But yeah, that should make it pretty easy to work on as far as, obviously it's pretty simple. And if you have ever seen videos with these old Doodlebugs, it's pretty simple stuff. Obviously this isn't the original motor that most people have on the bike. This is the 6.5 horsepower that most people slap on there to make it, obviously faster. But they're also still, super simple engines. So it's definitely exciting to get it and see what we can do to it. So future plans obviously include, I'm gonna try to fabricate my own new exhaust pipe and header. Obviously this one, it works, but it is kind of, the basic one. It's always cool to have a little pipe coming out, make it a little bit louder, maybe free up a little bit of the horsepowers. But yeah, so also with the carburetor, I do wanna get an air filter and put that on there with a new little mount so it'll actually breathe a little bit better. But other than that, obviously it'd be nice in the future to have some kind of torque converter install. I definitely like to feature that on the channel, but for now we're just gonna keep that chain and the centrifugal clutch. Kind of like what I was talking about earlier, I do need to get in there and fix that bead leak in the tire, because right now, before I ride it every day, I pretty much have to take it and pump up the tire, and that gets really old after a while. But I will do that. I'll take it for a ride today, show you some of the top speed. But yeah, that's kind of something we'll definitely be working on in the future. But yeah, so that's kind of the bike. It's pretty exciting. It's pretty scary, but we're gonna get on it in a few seconds here, and we're gonna go on a little top speed run. I just got a new GoPro, so we should be able to put a little speedometer on the screen, and then I'll also record it on my phone so I can see it afterwards. But it should be pretty cool to see the speed live as I go. So I'm gonna go swap over, and I'm gonna actually fill up that tire. So I'm gonna show you how I do it and how annoying it is to do every time. So let's go over to that. All right guys, so we're just gonna take this bike over and we are going to go and fill up that tire. Yeah, so basically every time I wanna fill up the tire, I have to take it over here or wherever I have it set up, and I have to use this little air compressor thing that you plug into the wall. All right guys, we are over here. We have to fill up the tire because it has that bead leak. So this is what I have to do every single time that I want to have a fresh, pumped up tire, which is pretty much every day. It'll hold a little bit of air for, probably 24 hours or so, but after that it'll leak all out and I have to do this all again. So we'll go over here and show you that. But yeah, basically you have to do it this way if you want to not take off the whole tire every single time you want to, fill the tire up. So you gotta slam it in there, get it all in there. I don't know how much you can see about this, but obviously you can tell that it is rather frustrating. So I'm gonna cut and we'll come back when this tire is actually completely filled up. Whew. Okay, that was really fun. Actually, it wasn't, but we got it and we are good to go. So as you can see, I got it all the way in there and I got it all plugged into the tire. I have it set to kind of go to 22 or so. PSI, so we should be able to get it go. It's gonna be really loud, so I won't actually be able to talk, but yeah, so you kind of just let that run for a little bit, get it all pumped up, and then you kind of just hope that when you kind of switch the plug or whatever, the tire plug, it doesn't let all the air out. Otherwise, you have to do it all again, and it's the most frustrating thing in the world. But we should be good to go. Let's check back into it in a little bit. All right, we are good to go. It finished up at 22 PSI or so, so I'm gonna get this off here, and we should be able to good to go as long as it pops off. And that's the issue I was talking about. It is the most frustrating thing ever because you can't get that thing out, and it just kind of leaks all the air that you just put in. So let's try that again. All right, guys, we did it finally. That was the most frustrating thing ever. So that's definitely gonna be the first mod or fix that we're gonna do with this bike that I'm gonna show you, because we need to fix that bead leak, because that thing is probably the most frustrating thing ever, trying to get that thing plugged into the tire and get it filled up without losing all the air you just put in there. But anyways, now for the fun part, we're gonna go out and do a test ride to do the top speed test for you guys, so you can kind of see what we're looking at right now. And then in the future, we're gonna work on bumping that speed test, get higher numbers every single time until we're kind of reaching the edge of safety. Already it's pretty unsafe, but we're gonna get even crazier, making sure everything, stability wise in the frame is good, but adding a little horsepower and power and speed for the future, so we can have a little bit more fun with it. So I'm gonna put you guys on the helmet and we'll see how it goes. Whew. All right, that was pretty intense in its own right. I can't even imagine when we start putting a little bit more power on this thing. But yeah, as you can see, it survived. Somehow I did too. But yeah, that was really fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing that in action, and then how we're gonna improve that in the future, obviously. Hopefully that graphic worked for you guys so you can see that speed live. But I think it should be around like 33, something like that. But we'll see in post. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the first video that I'm gonna film for this bike. Stay tuned for more videos with the bike, and I'll probably try to do another video like this for every like go-kart or mini bike that I buy before we start really doing any work on it. Get some baseline numbers, show you guys around the bike or the go-kart. Just kind of get familiar with it before we dive into tearing it apart or upgrading it anyway. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. Feel free to subscribe and push like on this video so it can kind of get out there. We can get more people on board as far as watching the videos, getting in tune and getting ready for the future. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay frosty, I guess, and see you guys later.